Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Trudograd with me, BringItDon. I'm going to talk to the people of the factory, see what they think about the strike. Bravago is doing everything he can to avoid your eye. Bloody shootings during the strike left him deeply traumatized. You should leave him alone now. Alright, leave the man alone. Go ahead and pop one of these. Adorov looks wary and haggard. He shakes his head when he sees you, but says nothing. What happened here recently seems to have left even this hardened criminal shaken. Why so glum, chum? Is there something to be happy about? I was barely able to talk my way out of that mess. Mercenaries are patrolling the streets, shaking down my men. The few I have left, that is. The situation in this city is getting worse by the minute. Yeah, there's that. Shake your head and leave. The warehouse attendant known as Sinker greets you with a heavy sigh and a weak handshake attempt. Life's getting worse and worse. What did you want? Hope you had something fun on your mind. I need a distraction. Sinker, I came to talk to you about Widow Gamker-Lidze. After that service you did to me, I spend my days thinking about just one thing. I'd like to spend all of her spend my life with the woman I love. Yeah. The familiar janitor greets you with a sad smile. Did you hear about the shooting? It was a darn nightmare. Wasn't life terrible enough already? Yeah, what's your opinion about what happened? Whatever I say, it won't do justice to what I feel in here. He slaps his chest emphatically. Only good thing about it is I'm not alone in my anger. Alright, time for me to go. Let's go to the cafeteria before we go to the actual headquarters. The mess hall lady greets you with a curt nod. Her eyes is burning with concern. She gasps. Gosh dang it. Did you hear what happened at the rally? Just like I told them. I said they get shot for their love of politics. And they were. Jorah, Inquisitor, Necromancer, and Cook of High Renown, continues bustling around the kitchen as if nothing happened. Nods lazily as if you two were old friends. Hey. Alright, nothing new there. The secretary is grooming her nails with an industrial-sized file. Without looking up from her project, she asks, what do you want, mister? Can I walk you home? We can get to know each other, have a deep, meaningful conversation, and all that good stuff. Right. You're asking me out for some brandy, right? I forgot. Now here I look like some ancient, ugly hag. My hair is all wrong. My makeup is smeary. I can't go out looking like this. I'm a woman with high standards. Let's do it some other day, when I've had a chance to pretty myself up. It's plain to you she looks as fine as ever. If you say so. This woman is working through a pile of printed documents. She doesn't even lift her head as you approach. You hear from Mr. Sherbatov? Yes, I sure am. The secretary tiredly raises her eyes for a moment, and looks down at her paperwork again, cringing slightly. Your special armor doesn't impress her at all. Young man, can you please step out of your bizarre costume? I need to see everyone's face as they come in. Plus, you wrecked the floor with those huge boots. And who do you think is going to fix it then? Dostoevsky? Alright, I'll take it off. The moment your shadow crosses her desk, the secretary asks without looking up from her paperwork. I've already read that. The secretary finally stops what she's doing and turns to you with a tormented look. All of a sudden, her eyes grow wide, and the pen falls from her hand, and so she's seen a foul specter. Oh my good lord. What? What is it? Is my fly open? Quiet down, child. Only the poor woman is stunned by my manly frame. For though I am quite mature in years, these ragged clothes hide the body of a young Adonis. No wonder women still swoon when... I'm sorry. I wasn't looking at you. I just mistook your boy for someone else. The woman studies your face for a moment, and slowly shakes her head, as if chasing away an unpleasant daydream. It's your face. You look just like Mr. Sherbatov's son. God rest his soul. No matter. You're here to fix the leaky radiator, right? Yes, of course. Let me at him. Good. Mr. Sherbatov shouldn't suffer that drafty room a moment longer. What's the point of a radiator if it doesn't produce heat? The secretary coughs discreetly and addresses the guard, whose bulk is blocking the path to the manager's office. This one is from the Corporate Living Conditions Management Team. Let him through, please. What can you tell me about Mr. Sherbatov's son that I resemble so much? Oh, it's a sad story. The boy was a real daredevil, always trying to impress his father, and to make a name for himself without his support. That's why I took that job as the Mountain Pass of Woe's caravan guard. Mr. Sherbatov didn't want his son joining the expedition. He even sent men to stop the lad. But the rascal tricked them and ran off anyway. I'll never forget how he looked on his final day. His lucky Fernandelka hat, his leather breastplate, his favorite bronze amulet of Saint Seryoja around his neck. The poor thing never returned. Apparently he was torn apart by mutant bear crickets. Since then, Mr. Sherbatov started having heart and insomnia problems. It pains me so much to see him like this. He's withering away, and there's nothing we can do to help. Do I really look like his son? Well, from certain angles and in certain lights, yeah, I suppose you are. There's actually a pretty detailed description of what he was wearing. I wonder if I put that stuff on, if I can fool him into thinking that I'm his son. That's right, I didn't put any points into stealth when I respect. So now I can get into the safe while he's standing right here. We'll try. Let me quick save first. Yeah, that's what I figured. Alright. Mr. Sherbatov looks up from the pile of documents spread out before him. But at that very instant, whatever he'd been about to say sticks in his throat. The man grows deathly pale, makes a rattling sound as he tries to swallow. Gulp. What is it? Something wrong? Instead of answering, the man studies you from head to toe, and finally seems to calm down. It's by his position of authority in this sprawling facility. His voice trembles as he addresses you. Keep calm. I just, feel like I've seen you somewhere before. So what brings you to my office, young man? You think you saw me? Where? Yes, I advise you to get back to work, young man. Fix the radiator and stop bothering me. Can I ask you a few questions? Easy there. Continue acting like this, and your supervisor will, hear about it from me. I came to tell you the chairman wants to see you now. It would take a master negotiator to fool an experienced manager like Sherbatov. You might be good, but you're not that good. You need to think on your feet, and come up with another way to get him out of here. Your behavior is frankly suspicious, young man. I mistook you for someone else. Bye. Alright, so yeah, I think if I go get that equipment that they said, what was it? The leather breastplate, the hat, and the amulet of Seryoja. So I know where to get, I think, 2 of them. Well, I guess all 3 of them. So you have the hat trader in the outskirts. He probably also has the leather breastplate. And the amulet should be sold by the guy that we bought our mace of Sir Yojo from. Let's see what we can do with that. We're surrounded. Oh, I'm down, buddy. I don't have the thing equipped. Alright, let's fix our blindness up. I get blinded a lot in this game. The expansion. It didn't happen nearly as often in the base game. Hey! I'll have to buy that now. Perfect. Alright, where is the exit? There it is. Perfect. I'm gonna stop my camp real fast and cook some meat to heal up my companions. Also, there's a kiosk. I made camp at one point off camera. There's a kiosk. Maybe not here. Yeah, I don't see it here. I thought T gave you +1 to dexterity. I wonder if they changed that, or if I'm just misremembering. So this guy should hopefully have that hat that I'm looking for. Also, there's a ton of other money. Let's go and do 3 of these. Actually, there's an alcohol salesman like right beside us. I don't need to sell this to this guy. Yeah, all this other stuff I can probably sell to the surrounding merchants. This guy will buy any old junk. He doesn't have any money. So never mind. He doesn't get my business. Alright. Let's see about buying one of those amulets from the guy at the police station. And then we can go back to the machine factory and see if we can convince him that we're his son. It's, oh, never mind. So I'm like, that's a little pricey, but that's for all of them. Oh, hammer weight. I already have that on my hammer, I think. Don't I? Pretty sure I do. And he sells another one of these. I thought it was unique. Guess I'm not that special. I'll sell one of these to this guy. Need to give this to... I'd probably equip it with one of my current weapons. I could get rid of this. A little pricey. Let's see. Still money to be made off of this guy. Alright, good enough. Alright, and we can do... Where's it at? Oh, okay. That works. Oh, I have a rusty AK I can sell this guy, I think. Perfect. Alright. It's possible I just wasted my time going around and doing this. I mean, we made money. But we'll see if this actually gives us an extra dialogue option with the Cherbatov. It makes sense we have to go... Well, do we have to go in there without our armor now? We had to take off our armor at one point. Or initially to get inside. So maybe there's a check for that equipment. Alright. Hat, another breastplate, and... that. Ah, see? Hey, and Blaze leveled up. Sherbatov jumps to his feet when he sees you, almost overturning his desk. He gawks first at your chest piece, then your cap, and the Saint Triosia amulet. Then the shivering manager mumbles, "Son, but how? Why?" Long story, Pops. Right now, I need to get into your safe. But this doesn't make any sense. Why would the spirit of my son want... Oh no. Ow. No, not now. Call the doctor. Sherbatov's face goes pale, and scrunches up in pain as he clutches his head and falls to the floor. Seems like this is too much for the sick old man. His mind has decided to take a little holiday. You have full access to the office. Nice. Alright, well, he's not dead. I would have felt bad if we killed him. Can't pickpocket him while he's passed out, though. Sherbatov's memo. A crumpled piece of paper with some obscure text and a safe code. This month's safe code, 9417. Important. This is a major asset for our production only, not for sale. This technology cannot fall into our enemies' hands. Conglomerate, Adam, the oil barons, and the Guangzhou must never learn of its existence. Well, they already know about it, so... 9417. I think I get more experience for lockpicking it, don't I? You open the safe. Disappointingly, it's not filled to the brim with government secrets, treasure maps, and thick bundles of cash. Only a single mundane red document case lies inside. You wonder if it really deserves so much protection. Yeah, search the rest of the safe. Apart from the folder, the safe is completely empty. At least, that's what your eyeballs are telling you. Let's safe and take a step back. Let's put our glasses on. Oh no, okay, whatever. Probably would have changed it. It only puts me up to 5, which is not a lot of attention. You open the safe, and there's your old friend, the red document case. What secrets does it hold, you wonder? Carefully open the folder. Inside, you find just what you expected. A bunch of equations and technical drawings on several sheets of A4 paper, as well as a small attached note. Study the cryptic schematics. A quick glance at the schematics is enough to tell you that this is no water filtration project. The plans constantly reference a 1C22 decoder, electrical activity in the human brain, and a BDP for projects. Oh, curious. Study the note with the explanation. You read the following. Development must be postponed. Our lagging progress on the necessary technology, combined with a lack of funding, makes further progress impossible. These documents must never fall into the hands of any faction or government capable of producing this tech at scale. That's all the explanation you'll be getting. Alright, take pictures of the schematics. You snap a quick picture of each sheet, praying that the camera is working correctly. When you're finished, put the folder back exactly where you found it. Open the folder again and read the attached note. Alright, same thing. The woman shifts nervously from foot to foot, starts talking rapidly as you approach. I'm not with them. I'm not a Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want something? Alright. Alright, so Blaze leveled up. It's going to take care of that. She has 3 points to spend. Is there anything that I want to spend her points on right now? So close. Alright. Let's go back to the tavern, turn in this quest. So I wonder what happens if we turn in Francis Lau. Guess it's something to do in my next playthrough. Gotta keep track of all the quests and how I decide to handle each one, so I can approach it differently in the next playthrough. Well, so much for that. Oh, I want to equip my all so I can use that. I don't want the brick, actually. You can keep that. Way too much for their worth. All right. Continue on our way. I wonder if you can be knocked down when you're in power armor. You can be stunned, I think. Well, I guess when you're stunned outside of power armor, you fall down. That's probably the same thing. Oh, come on. It took like 2 steps. I'm already being accosted. Yeah, I think I'm gonna save up money. I'm gonna get that winterized camo for the power armor. I want to see what it looks like. Comrade Shrike checks the cylinder of his old-school Nagant revolver and glances around cautiously. When he sees you watching, he hastily conceals the weapon. For the future, comrade. Here to make a report. I already know what happened. The oligarchy couldn't resolve the situation peacefully and attacked. This rash decision cost the loyalty of a large chunk of citizenry, made our job as revolutionaries much easier. A great achievement, I say. Many people died, Comrade Shrike. People of the social class we swore to protect, yet failed. Yes, Comrade Blaze. The committee knows this. The revolution will never forget the fallen. However, this is not the time to shed tears. We'll honor the heroic deed once our duty to the living is fulfilled. Silently wait to see what Shrike has to say. The time of great calamity is nigh, but also of great opportunity. Now we must seek the advice of the other members of the Saving Trudograd Committee. Together, we'll form a viable strategy. I noticed a couple of NPCs were missing from the machine factory. I wonder if we had stepped in and fought the police earlier, instead of hiding, if we could have saved them from being killed by the police. I'm assuming they were killed by the police. The woman that was next to Vago, and the other leader, the guy that was inside the like the auditorium area in the HQ building. Come back to the tavern tomorrow. If I'm not there, talk to the owner. He'll give you your final mission. Okay, we'll talk later. Well, maybe. Francislau greets you with a small nod and holds his hands together under his chin. But what brings you to me this time, Guelo? Get the shots you requested. You're gonna like this. With the abnormally long nail on his pinky finger, Francis pries open a tiny compartment in the back of the miniature camera, pops out a roll of film, and inspects it against the light. Yes, I can easily confirm the quality of your work. Here's your reward, Guelo. 1,000 of your local money, and 1 military scope for best lucky shooting. Is that really all, bro? Can you give me more? Is an honest answer required? Yes, I can give more. Here's another 1,000 of your local money. First, it must be pointed out that I have some understanding of the pre-war tech, and that was the weirdest filter I've ever seen. On hearing the word filter, do you perhaps infer that this was a water filter? If so, you're badly mistaken, Guelo. Technology provided does filter out unwanted things, while allowing others through, but it's not intended for liquid. Love and hate, obedience and insubordination, pleasure and pain are all chemical reactions in the core of the brain. A stream of consciousness, if you will. Alright, fine. Give me what you can. And then my financial obligations to you have been discharged. There's nothing else for me to do here. We should walk our own paths from now on, yes? Yeah, let's part ways. Nod to him and leave. We got a reflex sight. That's pretty good. We can give that to Hexagen, I think. It's an upgrade for this. What about his other weapon? Plus 3 to sequenced. I mean, she always goes first anyway, I think, doesn't she? Oh, this can be modified. I didn't think it could. Thought I tried earlier and it didn't work. I could probably start using some better weapons at this point. Like, we have plenty of ammunition, but I'm stingy. It's hard for me to do that. I need to find them some face equipment. Alright, I'm gonna call the episode here. I think off camera I'll go back to the machine factory. I want to buy that winterized camo. We have enough money for it now. And then I think we can go to... That's right, I need to wait another day and get my gun from the machine factory as well. Did I put points into survival? I did. So I want to go and try and train that dog as well. So a couple things to do in the next episode to get us started. And then... I guess I'll go and get the Revolutionary's last quest. We'll do that, then we can explore like the second tier and stuff like that. I think that's the only place we haven't been yet, right? At least that I have unlocked. We can't get to 7th Heaven. I'm assuming this is 7th Heaven here. Which we should get at the end of the Revolutionary's quest, so. But for now, I'm going to call it here. Again, off camera, I'm going to head to the Machine Factory, so I'll meet you guys there in the next one. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys there.